Hello, this is Mr. Ike here. I want to testify today, and I want to tell you the good things the Lord has done for me in this month. I was going through a whole bunch of stuff that was on this job, and I had a blessing. I went searching, and I remember I prayed. I asked, I want a job, and I wanted to be part time. I ain't gonna say much about the job, but I want to work in a peaceful environment. I wanted to be able to get good pay, and I also want just to have people that cares about me, that appreciates me, things that I do, Lord, and good teammates and good coworkers. I wanted that, Lord, and I'd asked the Lord, "This is what I want, Lord." And Lord was telling me, a long time ago, "I have what you want. I have what you need. I'll give this to you, but you gotta first. You gotta. When I say move, you move." And this is something I want to tell other believers in the faith. When God tells you to move, don't second guess it, don't third guess it, don't second chance it. When He says go, He says go, and what He has for you is better than what you really want or really what you want to do. Whether it's moving up in a company or whether you just want to go to a different job or apply for a job and they say no, you go searching and you go to the Lord and ask what He wants, and if He gives you an answer of, "Well, I got this for you," or "I got something better for you," He really has what he has for you. Don't second guess it. I'm telling you, this is my testimony. I'm giving you the testimony. And sure, whatever He has for you is for you. He has what you want, and whatever you ask for, you shall receive. I've seen this, and I noticed that in my life. I've been a testimony of. I can tell you, you know, getting what I want and applying for jobs. And there's one job I went to. I think it was two. I think it was two job interviews, but I went to one. This lady, she doubted me. She said that she doesn't believe that let alone me, I'm able to get this job, a job that I really want, which is working in a warehouse, but basically working part time. And there's no job that can give you that. You may have to try retail, and there was that. And I tried to apply for another place. It was a clothing store, but it was actually retail. It's far out from where I live at. Far. I had to probably take two buses, and the second bus goes like way out west, and I didn't want to try to go through all that, but they never called me, so I kept applying for different places and stuff. And I remember this place. I was waiting for this job interview, and then next thing you know, I was going somewhere. I was headed somewhere, and they actually called me. They called me and they said, "Well, can you do a job interview?" And I say, "Yeah, sure, I can. I can do a job interview." I mean, I was so psyched about it. And I got ready the next day. I think to myself, like, not doubt myself, but maybe just gonna be a bust. And I remember I was going through a tough time because still dealing with the money that I have and everything else I had, and losing stuff, and trying to do two things at once. I do remember vividly going through the situation of like, well, now great, I have to walk this place to get to where I gotta go. And that's what I did. Indeed, I did. I walked to this place, and I caught a bus halfway, but I walked, and it was like literally a far walk. But I got to work and to do a job interview, and they told me, they say, well, they say that, well, wait, hold on, we got many people that were interviewing. I stood out there and I stayed out there. I remember my mom used to tell me, she said, when you're going for a job interview, you should basically try to, like, at least when they say stay there, you should stay there, but be there. Don't leave out of your spot, and be there, be on time, be 30 minutes early or 20 minutes, maybe even 5 minutes early, but most likely 10 minutes, 30 minutes early. She told me that always be there on time. Be there early. It's better to be early than rather be late and then have to deal with a problem. So I was there. I came up with my tie and everything like that. I was dressed up to the T. So eventually, I got there, and they started interviewing me. I was the first one. There was two other people that was supposed to be there, but I don't know what's happened to them. They I don't know. They probably wasn't fit for the job. But like I say, I did an interview. Me and the guy, we connected real good. It's a blessing because God, He has a perfect time and place for everything. He does. I talked to the guy. He's my boss. He's gonna be my boss, and he asked me about my religion, and he really pointed out, me and him connected on a lot of things. He was a believer in the faith. I'm blessed that he was. And then he introduced me to another guy. He was a believer in the faith. He's a different race of origin, but he's Hispanic guy. He's a believer too. And there's another guy. He's a believer also too. And we connected. We had great things we had in common. And we talked a long time about a couple things. And he became like, a blessing. I remember a couple times I would see him out going up to the break room, taking my break, and he would be playing gospel music and stuff. And spending time meditating, not meditating, but listening to music, chilling. And it was something that was kind of great. And there was two other coworkers I work with. There's one guy, he's been there for a long time, and there's been another guy. He started working when the time that I was coming, but he didn't come the first day. He came the second day, and I was already there the first day. But I met the guy. He seemed like a cool guy and stuff. We all connected, and the one thing that I liked about my coworkers, I believe it was today. He actually brought me a cup of water, and I never seen him do it because we were working on a truck, working in the warehouse. He bought me a truck, so not a truck, but also a cup of water. So when he bought me this water, I never seen this because I had in my mind to give him give him a cup of water too, but I bring him a cup of water too because we was working together, and it was something maybe like God was trying to tell me to just give him a cup of water, but for some reason I don't know. I guess we was going on a break or just getting off a break. I'm not sure what it was, but I should have got that cup of water. Little did I know, this guy, he returned the favor because we was almost to the end. So he returns the favor and he gives me the cup. He gives me a cup of water. He gives the other guy. I think the other guy had a cup of water, but he gave me a cup of water. He said, "You're a good rapper," and he even taught me like how to rap. He taught me how to do a lot of things, And I was humble and I did good at it. And they said, "Well, this guy's a good worker." And I remember my second or third day, they say, "Well, he's second. I think it was second week. Second or third week, they say, well, this guy's a good guy. I mean, he put the work in. He's a good guy. Glad he's a keeper." And I just kind of thought to myself, like, man, it's a good thing that what God was saying, what He has for you is for you. Don't doubt it. Don't second chances when He tells you to move and go. I learned from this, is we all go through lessons and we all see things, go through things, but that was my lesson. When God says move, He says move. So far, I'm loving the job and getting paid. I mean, it's hard work, but to the point I love it. This is what I like, solitude. And also I had a situation with my coworker. We had good conversation. We was with like-minded people, and I asked God for this long time ago. I wanted to be around like-minded people. We was all into talking about getting a business. We was all talking about basically investments. Doing that. We was talking about sports. We don't watch sports. None of us don't watch sports. But to the point, it's a blessing that here where we at, we have many people winning sports championships. And I don't really know what that's about, but I believe it's probably the hand of God on our state. We believe in the same thing. We're like-minded people, and we all touch on the same thing. Want to get a business. Work hard, work. Start at a young age. All of the Lord are people that have like-mindedness for the most part, and I'm with great people, and I just love my job. I love it. I always wanted this job, I asked God for this job, and so far He has delivered. And my testimony of, hey, my lesson, this lesson for everybody else can learn. Everybody can learn this lesson. When He says move, He says move. Yeah.